I'm Karen Tenfeldes.
And I'm Hank Tenfeldes. Our youngest son, Alec, has been coming here for a few years and was always very positive in his reviews of the place and always encouraging us to come on out. And it's something that we decided to, as a late Christmas gift to each other, was actually join the gym in the spring.
And I'm here because my workout routine was to be a weekend warrior and kill myself in the yard. And I loved doing that, and I started to realize in the shape that I was in that I was going to have some trouble doing that long term because I was just so out of shape. So I followed with Hank and we came to the gym together.
I was worried about being intimidated because when we came out here, obviously it's been a long time since either of us have been in a gym. And although Alec was very positive, I was just a little worried about being intimidated. I don't think I've ever been in a more comfortable
situation.
And encouraging. The encouragement we've gotten from all the staff, from the members, is phenomenal. Again, it's very supportive. Feel very comfortable out here, and we recommend this a lot to our friends.
From my perspective, I was apprehensive when I came in because about 8 years ago, I had a herniated disc in my back from overdoing it, doing yard work. And so I was a little leery in terms of how many of the movements I would be able to do, if my back would start to hurt me, if I'd have issues, whatever. But I really paid attention to the coaches, and the demonstrations about the proper techniques for the movements were great. And so I've had zero back issues and have been able to participate in everything. And now as my core is starting to get stronger, my back's never been better.
Now that we know a lot more of the people here, and I mean, you've got we call them the gym gods, the guys, the CrossFitters down there, and they're going through gyrations that I think I may have pulled a muscle when I watch them. But they're seeing us exercising, they're seeing us work, and we are working, and they're just as encouraging as the people that are in our group. And when they're getting behind you like that, it's a very positive enforcement, and it makes you want to keep going. And again, I guess my perspective is, this is part of our life now. And again, we want to be here, we want to work. Again, that's the thing that's really changed.
I loved it right from the get-go. We made a great decision, and it was at the recommendation of the staff here, that we work for 2 or 3, even 4 weeks with a personal trainer one-on-one. So we worked with Jacob, who really did a great job getting us in tune with what the workout movements were, how to do them correctly, the pace that the boot camp moves at, and so right from the get-go I felt very comfortable coming in.
The structure that we have, we're approaching things differently. My days are different. We're getting up earlier, we're feeling better. Sleeping longer, sleeping better. I'm not worried about taking stairs. In fact, I actually look to take stairs to get steps. I go up 3 flights or down 4 just to take the steps. But now I don't shy away from the activity. Whereas at one time, I didn't like going to restaurants unless I could sit at a table, so I stay away from the booths. Or in fact, they're going to try on shoes, knowing that I'm going to have to bend over and tie them. And if again, there's a lot to overcome. The part where I'll be worried about it, I'll start sweating thinking about it.
I had several issues that were starting to crop up. First off, for about 20 plus years, I've had chronic sinusitis, not brought on by allergies, but just brought on from inflammation. Inflammation is a bad thing. And since I've been working out and coming to the gym, I mean, we're talking April to October, I've had no sinus flare-ups whatsoever. And typically with the seasonal changes, I'd be at the doctor a couple times getting an antibiotic for a sinus infection. So that's been dramatic in terms of the reduction in inflammation that I have. The second thing is, I used to have issues at night with numbness in my hands, and I was tested for carpal tunnel syndrome. I had very mild carpal tunnel syndrome, and wore wristbands at night when I slept just to keep my wrists straight so that I didn't have this kind of motion. And since I've been working out, I've had no numbness whatsoever. I don't sleep with the bands anymore. That's completely gone away. And carpal tunnel is very predominant in obese people, and so you have to be cautious with that. The last thing is, like a lot of people, I bought a Fitbit, got one with a heart rate monitor, and went, oh my God, my heart rate's 80 to 100 all the time. And so that was kind of eye-opening. And now, you know, I just take a peek at it, and it's 68, 72. It's usually in the 60 to 70 beats per minute in that range. So, and this is literally only after 7 months with doing the boot camp 3 times a week. Yeah, it's big.
It's a big deal.
It's big.
My Fitbit, my resting heartbeat now is usually about 55, which is amazing how far that's come down.
What was it originally at?
Probably
You were close to 70s and 80s.
70s and 80s.
Yeah.
You know, and just the recovery time also. Whereas you come out there and you can really feel it, even working in the yard. But now we're able to, within a minute or so after one workout to the next, you know, my heart rate's coming back down. I'm breathing closer to normal. I'm ready for the next workout. Some of the other benefits we've had is, one, I don't snore nearly as much as I used to. I think I've also had the benefits of not having the sinus infections, which we've lived with those for years. I am coming up on my next physical, and I'm really hoping to be taken off of blood pressure medicine.
And you can't discount the fact in 7 months, I'm down 46 pounds, Hank's down 44.
Yeah.
I wear 2 size smaller pants and shirts. And we're having a lot of his clothes, suit clothes, actually taken in. So he's half a person that he was.
I've got a pair of jeans now that I haven't worn in 3 or 4 years, and they're now, I'm tightening them to keep them on. So again, it's amazing the clothes that we actually kept that I'm now able to wear just because of the weight loss.
We're eating more sensibly. We're not calorie counting, food weighing type people. We like to eat. To us, exercising so that we can enjoy that lifestyle and eat sensibly but enjoy different foods is important to us. So, you know, we're eating smaller portions, less, particularly on the nights after the workouts. And so some further tweaking with our diet, we'll probably see even better results.
So kind of judging as well, we're putting in a lot of work. We just can't, you could not keep the same lifestyle, what you were eating. All the fried foods, the snacks sitting around. Our snacks at the house now really are, you know, we're having salads almost with every meal. We have a lot of fruit, you know, and the healthy snacks that we're having. We're also watching out. We're not sitting there and just snacking in front of the TV. You know, it's really changing. We're staying more active longer, eating. We're watching our portions and just having the way we're buying things. You know, we're buying the meals that are good for us as opposed to whatever, you know, and we're staying away from fast food.
I haven't been a big gym rat or an exercise buff. My brain is just not wired correctly when it comes to fitness and exercise and eating right. It doesn't come naturally to me. But the folks here at Man of War have taught me that I can do this. You know, that they've demonstrated the proper techniques, and you know, I think, oh man, how am I going to get that done? Or you know, we're going to end up tonight doing, you know, 60 meters on the bike, and that's a lot. But once I do it and I get into it, I'm like, I can do this, and they've given me that confidence, I think. And it's encouragement, and it's demonstrating proper technique, so you know what you're doing. And yeah, I did aerobics back in the 80s, and you know, I've done leg lifts till, you know, I could just shoot myself. And I've always wondered why some of those hurt my back. And I'm here, you know, for one session, and I learned this little trick in terms of raising your shoulders off the ground, and it's like, oh, okay, my back doesn't hurt at all. So it's just knowing that kind of stuff and realizing you can do it.
Confidence.
Yeah.
The confidence transcends just about anything that I do. You know, I'm in front of customers all the time, you know, and I just think that one, what we've been able to accomplish here, and this is a short time we've been coming here, one, you are more confident to where it now goes in everything that we do. You know, you carry yourself differently.
True.
I feel differently. I look differently than I did
Someone
before.
called him skinny the other day.
Yeah, that really has not happened ever. You know, and again, but just the fact that the people that I work with are noticing, our family, our friends are noticing. You know, that jack shot, it really does keep it's winning your sales. So where you want to keep going, and I think the thing about this is, from what our kids have said to us, what you guys have done in terms of the trainers and the support group we have here, it is a lifestyle change, and we're making the change. We don't, we have goals that I've set further down the road, but is this our goal now, the immediate one is, 3 times a week, or more, just continue to make sure that this is part of our daily routine, whether it's here, whether we're doing some things at the house, it's just each day builds on the next. Come talk to the people here at the gym. Talk to the trainers. Talk to the people who are in the program. People like us. Because we had all the excuses. Couldn't have the time. I'm too busy. It doesn't work for me. You can pick it. They need to realize how supportive the group is in the environment, the community here, because really this is really like a family. We feel very part of this. And again, that's helped with our success. So anybody who has any kind of questions about this, I said, come out, talk to the people who are here, talk to the trainers, talk to the people who are in the program. And again, just give it a shot. Because if they could see the pictures from where we started to now, to us, it's almost like it's another person. And again, we're just here doing the program. It hasn't been anything special, but it's given us the drive to continue. What's your comment? The hardest part is walking through the door.
And I am the poster child for, if I can do it, anybody can do it. I mean, I started this program at age 55. So there is no, oh, you got to do it by 30, you got to be in shape. There's always time to do this, and it's been a great experience for us. Number one, you pay for, and it's worth it, to have the trainers that you all have here that are part of the boot camp every night, that are observing, that are instructing, that are encouraging you. That's tremendous value. You never feel that that you're out kind of on your own, or you're rogue and you don't know what you're doing. For me personally, another part of the value proposition is that this is scalable. I mean, I'd always heard that CrossFit was scalable, but I've never been in a situation where I thought, I'm in over my head and I'm uncomfortable doing this. The trainers, you can talk with them, and as you're learning and getting more comfortable with the movements, they recommend alternates that you can do until you've built up to where you can actually, do different movements and take it to the next level. So there's tremendous value in that. It's the quality of the people that Man-O-War has, from my perspective.
That's how I was going to start it. It's quality of the people. It's the desire, how everyone succeeds. Everybody's here to make sure everybody else succeeds. And that's the reason why the community here, is so encouraging, and it's so supportive. I've been to other gyms, and not knocking them, but what we have here is different. The sense of belonging. We've got people in our group that are older than we are, and people that are younger. Everybody's there helping everybody make sure they succeed. The fact of being, besides convenient, coming up with the different ways to do things. We haven't been able to, do all the exercises, but each week we are. Box jumps. Up until a couple weeks ago, I never did them. We're doing them now.
when the experienced CrossFitters are cheering for you when you're doing your rope pull-ups, it motivates you. I don't want to look like a goofball out there. I'm going to give it all I've got, and it's terrific.
Is there anything else you guys wanted to add? Anything I missed or anything I can't think of?
Strong proponents. It's been a great experience, and I think we're buckled in for quite a long while.
We are, and again, we feel very lucky to be here. The group, it's beyond our expectations. It's really exceeded our expectations. You know, we heard good things, and Alec wants us to come out here. But, we feel so much better since we've been here. And it's not like we're going to let anybody down, but I think we're to the part where we kind of owe it to ourselves to keep going. When we talk about our age, my goal, one of my goals is I want to feel better at 60 than I did at 50. And I already feel better than I did at 50. And I've got 3 more years to go. So, and the idea here is this really was a lifestyle change. And we're going to be a part of this.
And my goal is to wear sleeveless shirts.
I
look good doing it.
I like that. I like the ramping up to 60 rather than thinking like, oh, I'm going to get older. I'm getting older. So you're going to feel better at 60 than you did at 50. Like that's the right direction.
He knows the months that are left until
I started this with 42 months to go. My other goal was I wanted to lose over 100. I want to lose 100 pounds. Now, you think about this. When I'm starting this, when I was 56. I had 42 months before I turned 60. Obviously, there's a little bit more at the beginning when you start getting into this. And we will get into the the food prep and the measuring and looks like this. But when I look at this, if you average this out, you look like 2.5 pounds a month. That right there is a lot more. Say, I want to lose 100 pounds. But that's the reason why that's just one of my goals. Sleeveless shirts. I want to be able to sit in a booth in a restaurant. Without an issue. I want us to be comfortable in my skin, whatever I'm doing.
So you guys are well on your way. Almost 100 pounds between the two of you.
We really come here for the music. We love 2018 music.
We're going to be honest. The only reason we come here is for the music.
It's for the music. Big rappers.
Big rapper. Big rap fans.
MC Hank.
You'd be surprised how many people walk in and they're just like, I don't know about the music here, and then they end up like it's just because it's background. And when you get a certain amount of tired, you don't care anyway.
That's true. But we had a couple of times you've had the Eagles playing or some 80s.
There was some 80s
stuff. Yeah, and it was
day.
fantastic until somebody changed it.
Yeah,